Hello, how's it, Alan?
How's it, David?
How are you, mate? Welcome back. Welcome back. This is my
Thank
first.
you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's my first live stream of the year. I wanted
Okay.
to start last week, but I was too depressed.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how it is. But here I am, Monday, 25th of January. My first one was streaming to my David Collins Coaching Facebook page, to my YouTube channel and my personal channel, just to try and drum up business and drum up work and let the world know who I am and what I do. And yeah, so I check in with Joy, and really nice to see you here. And thanks for coming. You can see at the bottom I've put in your role and your company and your email address, and as part of I've been business coaching you for how many sessions now?
I've had 3 sessions with you.
3. Okay, so we'll go for another 3, and then we'll reassess where we're at. And part of this is it's been a giveaway from me to you, to your organization. And the reason that we're streaming this is so people know what I do, and you get made publicly vulnerable.
which we really appreciate.
Okay, good. All right. So do you want to check in? Do you want to see how you're doing?
Yeah, I'm checking in with joy and excitement. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, good. So let's start. Just refresh us. I started coaching you in around November, October last year.
Yes.
And the goal of the coaching session was to come in to help you. It's a family-run business. You and your father were at kind of loggerheads at times. There was a mishmash of the father-son role to the founder production manager role, and to try and get some clarity around that. To help you bring some of your ideas and wisdom to the business, to run that past your father, because the outside culture, business environment has changed, and the way that the business needs to run needs to adjust to the outside, to this new world. Yeah. And for your father to kind of move on, that he's been running the business for 30 years, and to move to bring in some succession planning so you can take over and continue to grow the business, and to help the South African economy by employing people and getting just because a lot of the world, 90% of your business went out to China, if I remember correctly, and you had to do things.
A big part of the business, a big section of the business, China came in and which was business furniture.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that's what the brief was in the beginning. Yeah, and then we spoke about the culture, the workplace, how you show up with your workforce, walking the factory floor. You run 24 hours. You have a day shift. You have a night shift. And to instead of you kind of sitting in the office, to go down and go around and get a feel of the environment. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you've got to learn to a whole lot of things there. And we broke for Christmas. And you were also going to explore some additional opportunities about expanding through Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Have I got it right? I don't take notes. I remember things.
You do, and you remember very well.
Okay, so I've got it right. Okay. All right. So what have you learned? Where are we at now? What would you like coaching on today? I'm really excited, by the way.
So am I.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. Dave has stepped down. He finally stepped down this year. So I have taken the reins, it does mean I have to step up, which I feel I have. I'm definitely a lot more focused than I used to be. I have taken the initiative and gone ahead with exporting goods. There's certain documents and criteria that needs to go into that, and I have gone forward with it. So I've met a partner. Well, I've known a partner actually that deals with the export game better than I know the export game. So he's come past as a consultant, and he's taught me a little bit on how it works. We are going to venture into this together, which I'm very excited about. It's given me more motivation in the company. It feels like, exploring territory I haven't. It feels like I am being intellectually challenged. So there's a lot of motivation that I have found within that possibility. So far, what we've spoken about with discussing with the men and getting on board with the men and sort of creating a better interaction, a better relationship instead of this old school thinking of boss and staff. That's worked quite nicely for us. I've got my factory manager who's also stepped up and says he's actually gone from resignation to stepping up in a way that he has said he would like to give this the best bash he probably can, and he would like to work side by side with me, and I must give him 3 months and I will see a turnaround from the factory. So he's really stepped up and jumped on board, put his expertise on the line, which is honourable, I think. It looks like he's taking it very seriously, and there's quite a bit of passion behind his words. So that's encouraging, and there certainly wasn't that atmosphere when Dave was here, my father.
Okay.
What else can I tell you?
Well, can I just tell you how I'm feeling?
Absolutely. Please do.
So I feel like crying with pride.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel for me personally, I'm going to make it about me, but I feel really proud that our interactions, the dynamics have changed between father-son, between Dave, who was the old, what was it, CEO, owner, whatever that role is.
Yeah, let's call him the owner.
Okay, and how you've your relationship with your one of your floor managers has completely turned around, where the guy was ready to resign after how many years of being with you?
Oh, he's also been here probably 5, 6, 7 years, around there.
All right. So he's got what you call 7 years of institutional knowledge. Yeah. The way things get done around here. And to lose somebody like that is very fucking expensive to replace.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and the fact that the relationship has changed and he's now motivated and he said, give me 3 months, I'll show you. is such a fucking asset for the business, which
Absolutely.
justifies my hourly rate, by the way, if I was to be charging you. But it's a great example of how business coaches add value to organizations by working within the relationships within the system.
Yes,
So, and I just want to cry because fuck, I feel like I'm doing a good job, and I really suffer from low self-esteem and insecurity, and now I've got proof. So that's how I feel. Thank you. You know,
thank
I
you.
feel I feel good about my career.
Okay.
How do you feel about your career? Is your job title still the same? It says production manager. Do we need to change it?
Well, not yet, Dave. I think that's it's a little early for that.
Okay.
We'll we'll see. You know, I still have to run these things by my father. He still wants to be hands on in certain areas, but
Okay.
that's got nothing to do with me.
Okay. So what you're doing now is you're running your strategy and the figures and the results and everything by a shareholder, the major shareholder. So he's now the shareholder of the business, not the guy running the business.
Yes.
Yeah. So he needs to transition into his mandate in your new role is keep shareholders happy, keeping staff happy, expanding the business, building new relationships. It's like, fuck, your eyes are going to be open even more now.
Yes. And I
Good.
feel they are.
I think so too.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, my whole attitude from last year to this year is definitely one of excitement and passion that I have been missing for a good couple of years.
Okay.
If I ever had excitement and passion at the beginning, I don't even know. But my whole attitude towards the company is very different.
Okay. The gears.
Yes.
Yeah. Even though Arsenal got kicked out the FA Cup.
Yeah, I tell you, Arsenal are so unpredictable. They come to some games, they don't come to others.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm with you on that. We support a common football team. Thank God I'm not a football fanatic.
Unfortunately, I am, so I'm quite upset.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So where should we go?
Well, I have got a bit of a trigger or a frustration, and that is my mother is also in the business, and she now has had to take over one of the staff members that also resigned. But I mean, she had been here for a very long time. And that brings up a whole new set of problems. When we say family business, we're not joking.
All right. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about, yeah, let's explore that. Is that your mum there now? Walking in the back? Huh? Don't you talk to me about that? Don't you talk? God, who are you talking to? Okay. All right. So let's what's we just got a comment from Emma says, "Don't laugh, David. It's not funny." Okay. Well, it's yeah. Look, I mean the system of the business is used to having a family members in it. Yeah. So part of your business culture is always having family members in it. Yeah. So the workforce around you will be able to also read the dynamics of the family as well. So anyway, let's explore this. Let's make this work.
Or I'm just a sucker for punishment. One of the two.
Yeah, or it's a thing that motivates you. I mean, we don't want to. So, what's the role? What's the role that your mum is fulfilling?
Well, she's taken over invoicing and ordering of material and pricing. Really.
Okay, all right. Okay, is she the right person for the job?
Is she
the right person for the job?
Well, she's in training.
Okay, so there's potential, but not yet.
Correct.
All right, so I'm just going to give it to you straight. Yeah, if you get your fucking pricing wrong and your invoicing wrong, your business is fucked, and you're all going down the tubes. Yeah?
Yes.
And if you can't tell your mum that, that puts a lot of risk within the organization. So,
yes.
And I'm not saying that to, well, I am saying that. I'm saying it to like, oh, fuck, Houston. This could be a problem, or it could be, Jesus, I've got to work the extra hours for this. This is our business. This is our bread and butter. I'm going to fight on costing. I'm going to make sure the invoices are done properly.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
And my issue is it's once again this this so-called web of personal and business sort of what do you want to call it?
Enmeshment of relationships and roles.
Correct.
Yeah. So when you were to speak up and criticize the one role, the other role might get offended.
Well, yeah? It does, and it gets very offended.
Okay, and that then brings stress into the organization, yeah, yes. which might be productive stress, or it might be negative stress. Okay.
Yes.
So let me give you an example of an engineering firm that I worked with in Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
So I coached some guys, and part of their training was to go out and to find a company to go and work with. And I said, just pick up the phone and go and speak to someone and just say, listen, here, I'm doing this training. I want to come and coach your business. Yeah. And it was a family-run business. It was an electrical installation engineering business.
Right.
That was a husband and wife and a team of electricians.
Okay.
And they've been established for a while, and the first interaction was with the MD, the owner, the founder. Yeah.
Okay.
And after the first couple of sessions, he found his motivation, and he went around and spoke to some of his old customers and secured $5 million Australian dollars worth of work over the next 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. The other part of the intervention was the wife that was doing the invoicing in the books was really resentful, and she decided that she didn't want to work in the business anymore, and she left the business, and they employed somebody else.
Okay.
So before the intervention happened, there were all these family dynamics. The husband was feeling henpecked and didn't have the motivation to go up and go, oh, fuck, I got to go and drum up more business. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason I'm giving you this story is one that, again, coaching works, but it's all about the relationships that are happening within the business. And a lot of small family businesses with this enmeshment, has an impact.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've just got, now you're in charge, we've just got to know, is this stress a good thing? And is it going to increase productivity? Yeah.
Yes.
For the business side. And how's it going to impact your personal relationships when you go home for Friday nights or whatever it is? Yeah. So those are the two things I want you to look at quickly and give me the answer.
Okay, it's simple. It has impacted our personal relationship.
Okay.
Not in a good way, negatively. As for the business relationship, I'm in a stage where I am super focused, super motivated, and won't let anything get in my way. So she has to jump on board. She certainly is trying her best to jump on board. I do believe there's a lot of positivity there.
Okay.
She does things a little differently. I mean, also old school. I do all my structure, all my what do you call it? Documentation. Everything is run on my computer. My spreadsheets, my order forms, my job cards for downstairs. Everything is run on the computer, and it is meticulous. I still need to teach her how to do it that way, because everything is written down in a book and then has to kind of be recorded later.
What's that smile?
What's that smile?
Yeah.
I suppose more of a smirk than a smile.
Yeah. What's in it? Hey, Simon.
Probably frustration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the wisdom there?
Well, I suppose patience, which I'm not very good at. Probably a little bit more of loving, caring, kindness behind it, which I've noticed in my position and the way I'm running things. I find it quite frustrating when it's a bit of a slower procedure than I would like it to be.
Okay.
I have a relationship with my staff, and of course spreadsheets in place, whereas they know what they've got to do and they know the timing they've got to do it in. It obviously becomes a different factor if they aren't abiding by what needs to be done. We then have to have a meeting and discuss why excuse me, we're kind of missing the boat. But there's still that relationship as such, where it can be brought to the table and we can discuss it and we can kind of move on from there. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'm extremely nurtured.
Yeah, I can see.
And that's where the personal capacity comes in. You know, I'm her little boy, and she'll look after me where she can on a personal level, and she does a great job. But you know, when it's about business, it's about business, and I'm extremely focused and driven by that. And I have to be, David. I have to step up this year in a big way. You know,
no. I've got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just really step back.
Okay.
The world has changed. The
Yes.
way things get done has changed. Your
Yes.
mum comes from an old school. Yeah. She loves and adores you and nurtures you. She benefits from the business. There's loyalty there. There's trust. There's none of that's in question. Your role is very, I need to get things done. I'm meticulous in my way of doing things. I have my process, policies, and procedures in place.
Yes.
And now you come with your book. I'm writing things in a book, and it's like double entry, like, fuck, mum, what the fuck? Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How sustainable is that?
It's not.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you the system, and even with my father being at home, we use Dropbox.
Okay.
So Dropbox lets all our computers know exactly what's going on. So if Dave from home wants to bring up some spreadsheets and have a look what's going on in the company, he can.
Yep.
My mother has the same setup there, and it just needs to be used a little more than everything being in the book. I should be able to pick up everything that she's done from her office without having to go have a look at the book.
Okay.
And she's getting there, don't get me wrong.
All right. Okay. So as it, when hiring somebody for a business, yeah, what you want to look for is the right cultural fit, and then teach skills, as opposed to looking at someone's CV and saying, oh, they've got the right skills, and try and fit them in the organization. So let's not disregard what your mum knows about the business.
100%.
Yeah. The question is she going to be able to learn those skills? Is she willing to learn the skills? And are you guys willing to teach those skills?
Definitely willing. Prepared to teach.
Alan, this is very different from me saying, Alan, you have to be the teacher. Okay, so can the skills be learned? Doesn't mean I've got to become a teacher and try and teach my mum. Like, I cannot teach my kids or people IT skills. I get too fucking frustrated. It's like trying to teach my kids to drive. It's like, you know, go work it out yourself.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Okay.
I've got to come to work and do what I need to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you said, if it's an overtime thing or for a weekend or something. I don't have the patience. I'm quite happy to accept that might be a fault of mine, but I don't have the patience. I mean, for me, this is simple. I've been doing it for 9 years, 10 years even. So, I guess it just comes naturally, and I suppose I've got an expectation.
Okay. So let's look at your business, yeah? So you've got leadership, which is vision, mission, direction, goals, all that sort of stuff, yeah? And then you've got management, which is people, policies, process, and procedures, yeah?
Yeah.
They all meet at strategy, yeah?
Yeah.
So now you're going to have have a strategy meeting from an IT perspective of the policies, procedures, and process of delivering and expanding your organization to continue servicing your existing clients and growing the business.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're getting caught fucking updating Dropbox from a book at nighttime, that's a fucker.
Yes. Doesn't work for me.
Well, it doesn't work for anyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for anyone. All right. However, this needs to be done.
Yes. Has to be done.
Okay.
My position is
nice cup of tea now.
Sorry?
She bought you a nice cup of tea now. She came there. Yeah, look how your face changes. And she's nurturing, and it's like, I'm her boy. And it's like, that's a nice energy to her.
Well, yeah, to a point.
All right, what are you going to do?
Well, right now, all I can think of is when questions come along, I need to teach and show how it's meant to be done. And she needs to do the hard work.
Okay.
So she's got to transfer what's on paper onto the computer. My job is to show how the computer works. I've given examples, and she needs to try to follow that procedure.
All right. So you'll give that a go, and if it fails, you see, when somebody, so Alan, just when somebody comes into an organization, they have a 3-month trial period. Yeah.
Yes.
The employer's duty to teach the person the way things are done.
Yes.
Yeah? That's like, a lot of employers abdicate that responsibility. I'm guilty of that myself. I just come here, work it out, That's where I fall short. People need to be orientated and all that sort of stuff. Yeah?
Yeah. Well, that's
if someone doesn't get it in 3 months' time, yeah, which is a hell of a long time. Sorry, this hasn't worked out. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
In saying that, being a family business, my father gave me 10 years to work it out.
Yeah, and it fucking drove you to drugs, mate.
Yeah, it did. But also, there was no training behind it. So, into the deep end, good luck, you better swim.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a different relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, a father apprenticing his son is a very different traditional way of doing things.
Yes.
Yeah. A son teaching his mother is The dynamics are,
very different.
yeah. Is this helpful, Alan?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. It makes me think that with my mother, kind of, and this is probably because of my learning, I've kind of accepted the fact that she's jumped in the deep end and she must also learn to swim.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm entirely there for her when she needs me.
Okay. All right. So maybe that's something you could take responsibility for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And say, Mum, shit, maybe I've neglected you a bit. Yeah. Maybe, when I came into the business, Dad just threw me in the deep end. I get that maybe I've done the same with you. This is where we want to move with technology. This is how the technology works. It can feel overwhelming in the beginning, yeah, but with practice, I'm sure you'll get it.
Absolutely. She's a fast learner.
Does she know how to send an email?
Yes.
Okay. Does she know how to switch on a computer?
Yes.
Okay. Can she surf the internet?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So one of the things I learned that because I was in IT support for many years, that when the stock exchange moved from a paper-based system to
Yes.
an IT system, what got a lot of the guys engaged in the computers, yeah, was surfing the internet looking at porn. Okay, I'm not saying that about you, but it was like there's like oh wow, yeah. It's a fact, It's like so as long as she's kind of able to learn stuff, and you're able to be patient, there's a time frame for you to kind of assess whether this is going to work.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm quite aware that patience is a bit of or lack thereof is a bit of a shortcoming for me. Something I try to work on a daily basis.
So what would happen if you said to her something like, Mum, that picture of me on the mantelpiece? I want you to take a picture of it with your cell phone, and I want you to upload it to Dropbox and print it out in the office tomorrow on the office printer and put it on my desk.
No, I would have to do that.
Okay, but the reason I'm saying that is there's something playful in doing that.
Right. Okay.
Maybe I'm rescuing here and I'm completely off sides. Let me step out of the way. Sorry.
I did show her how to use Bolt.
What's that?
It's a local Uber service. So you got
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So listen, I just want to give a shout out to my son, Sam Collins. Yeah. He's saying great conversation going on, learning a lot myself. Okay. And he's a 24-year-old, 24-year-old kid that started a vegetable business. So he wakes up at 4 o'clock every morning. Yep, and he goes off and he delivers vegetables to people. Yep,
Okay.
and it's a lot more than just delivering vegetables. So the company name is Evidently Fresh,
Right.
and he selects the best vegetables and he drops them off at the restaurants, and he's just started now with his price list on WhatsApp and sending orders to his customers saying, guys, give me back your orders via email, to try and make it easier for the customers who are actually the chefs in the kitchen to place the orders. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And now he's got to find a way of capturing it all and then putting it in the accounting system and then invoicing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know his girlfriend helps him with that. And I'm sure that causes tension. Oh, and there's Emma saying very good vegetable delivery service also.
Well, there we go.
All right.
All right. So
we'll just say that it's an advertorial break. Today's show has been sponsored by Evidently Fresh. Okay.
Thank you, Sam.
No, thank you, Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
That's you. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. So where to now, Alan? We got another 15 minutes. We need to kind of capture what we've learned from the conversation, what's emerged, and then have some tasks that you're going to run off and do.
Well, for me, it is definitely the highlight of the conversation has to be patience. I don't need to fall into a trap with the way I learned how to run the business. I've got to, as well as assertive, I've got to be a little more kind and compassionate and loving. I've also got to try and separate the whole personal business sort of relationship, irrespective of my mother being the way she is. The little boy syndrome is not going to work it's not going to work for me. It's not going to work in my business. It's not going to work the way I conduct business. So we've got to find a happy medium. I've definitely got to be a little bit patient. It will all come together, like everything else has so far.
Okay. Alan, what would happen if you took on an intern to support your mum in the role?
It was disallowed.
It was disallowed. So you've thought about it?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought about bringing back an old staff member who did my mother's job and have her spend a couple of hours with my mother.
Okay, so that's not an intern.
No, I know it's not.
Yeah, okay. So an intern is somebody who's looking for job experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Wants to learn something so that they've got a marketable skill.
Yes.
And I know there'll be lots of kids out there that have just matriculated that have a whole lot of tech knowledge, but have no business experience.
Yes.
And they could maybe do an internship or something where guys, this is what needs to happen, this is the way the process run, like, think about it.
I will think about it. Yeah, that's a challenge all on its own.
I know. I know. Like when we take on interns, sometimes the interns are more work.
Yes.
Yeah. So just I'm just thinking about, like,
Yeah, my concern is my mother will be more work.
okay.
She wants to do it by herself. She wants to learn by herself. She wants me to teach her.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. And the cost of that to the company is how much an hour?
Zip.
No. Each hour that you're away from doing the business is costing your organization a fucking fortune. You don't have this. You don't have the CEO of an organization, go off and do IT support for the new hires.
100%.
Yeah, look, I get that's what you want. Like, I feel safe and comfortable with you, and I want you to teach me. Yeah. Okay, Mum, I can do that, but the cost to the organization
is affected. Yeah. Tough one, Dave. Tough one.
Yeah, but you're on top of this.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Like I said, I just need a little more patience, and we will get there. It's the beginning of the year. There's a bit of time. We'll get there. There's been a short period of time where we've got so much already structured and figured out and working. Since we started our business coaching sessions. So a lot of ideas put into place which I hadn't done or hadn't thought of, which has made a difference. And I mean, what we've had 3 sessions.
Okay.
So thank you.
All right. How are you feeling right now?
I'm still feeling focused, motivated. I know my direction. I feel energized. I feel strong.
Okay. I feel a bit I feel a bit uncomfortable.
How's that?
I think I've just got a bit of anxiety around your relationship with your mum, the bringing in an intern, just talking about that sort of stuff. It feels as if it took the excitement away a bit. So I hope I haven't taken the wind out of the sail.
No, not at all. It's an idea at the end of the day. It's an option. For me, whether it's a very good option or not, I don't know.
All right.
Dealing with the personality that I know about, it's food for thought at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's start to wrap this up. What are your tasks? Okay. Let's see. Are there any questions from the audience? If anyone's got a question for John Wiggins says hello to you. Yeah,
Good old John.
yeah. Simon Farmer is an old mate of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Emma, you know. I don't
Yes.
know who Yo El Supremo is.
I don't know who Yo El Supremo is either.
Who's that? Good to see your face and hearing your accent. Okay. All right. So what's your takeaway? What do you want to be held? What's your homework?
Well, my homework is patience. My homework is patience.
Okay.
Separating the personalities, business wise, personal wise. Yeah, I'm just trying to be, I guess, trying to be more kind and loving towards the situation. But I mean, the main word is definitely patience.
All right. So patience is a way of being.
Yes.
It's a spiritual principle. Yeah.
Yes.
For that, you need to remain conscious of the way that you're showing up. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And good luck with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
And as you're being conscious, yeah, just be conscious which role is talking.
Yes.
The business, the man that's got to run the business, or the boy that likes being nurtured by his mum, or if I can pick it up, yeah. It's there's such a nice smile when you say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. All right. So, in closing, can I just tell you a story about me and my mum?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Several years ago, I wanted to go back to my mum and honor her for having to put up with all my shit for so long. And the idea was that I was going to go there and I was going to cook and wash up and do fucking things around the house. And I'd wake up in the morning and she'd have breakfast for me and I'd be eating breakfast. Then she'd say, "What do you want for lunch? And is there any laundry or anything?" And after about 4 days, I said, "Fuck, Mum, I've come here to fucking honor you and nurture you and to
And it's been turned around.
And she said to me, "Well, you can have a shave." So I went and I had a shave, and I realized the best way I could honor my mum was to allow her to mother me.
Yeah.
To allow her that, because she felt as if she was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. She felt important.
Well, that's what was comfortable for her. So when I eat breakfast, I decide what I'm going to eat for lunch, and then I think, "Oh fuck, I'm going to get fat," and oh god, all this. But Alan, I've loved this session. I've loved connecting. I really appreciate you bringing yourself and your business vulnerability to the public domain. Here's one from James, another great guy. "It's a very nuanced situation, balancing family and business. Boundaries are hard to get clear on. It's awesome to be able to offer space for your family to work together. Good luck."
Thank you, James.
Shame he had a tree fall on his house in the middle of the night.
Oh, no. Sorry, man.
No, he's got it sorted.
Okay.
All right. David, check out with Joy.
Alan checking out.
Western Australia.
Alan checking out also. Extremely grateful. Also really enjoyed the session. And I'm checking out with Joy.
Cool.
Thanks, Dave.
Pleasure.